get going and the. Yes, thank you.
So the time is now 5:12, so I will now provisionally open, well, I will open the meeting of the Development Review Board that was warned for 5 o'clock today, December 21st, out of Grafton Development Review Board. First agenda item is the review of the agenda itself. Is there any discussion? Joe?
No.
Okay, pretty straightforward. Main order of business are the three hearings for by three applicants for subdivision: Fisher Trust, Dolph, and Danforth. No other business. We can move right into the public hearings. This will be a provisional hearing pending participation, or there'll be no decisions rendered until we have a full quorum of the Development Review Board, which will be after this meeting. If no one joined within the next couple minutes physically, then they will review the electronic recording of this meeting, and with Joe and me, we will make the decisions as far as the findings of fact as to whether the subdivisions do in fact qualify as minor subdivisions, and then we will render our approval or disapproval. So we'll get right into it. The first hearing that we will open, it is 5:14. Hereby open the hearing for a request by the Burn C. Fisher Trust for classification as a minor subdivision and for a subdivision approval to subdivide their parcel at being number 9009005, which consists of 366.78 acres approximately, into three parcels. Lot 1 consists of 15.5 acres, lot 2 consists of 12.28 acres, and lot 3 consisting of the remaining 339 acres. Parcel located at 1077 Fisher Hill Road, Grafton, Vermont. At this time, I would ask anyone who will be giving testimony or otherwise participating in the hearing to take the following oath. I hereby swear that the evidence I give in the cause under consideration shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth, under the pains and penalties of perjury.
I do.
I do.
I do.
Okay, so with each of these hearings, we'll follow the same format. I will let the administrative officer present his testimony first.
Okay, in November, the applications were filed with the county. The notice was published in the December issue of the Grafton News and posted on the bulletin boards and online on the town website, and mailed to all the abutters on November 11th, 2023. This application was executed by Deborah L. Litchfield as well as Warren Fisher, and both have authorized Joe DiBernardo to represent them and present the request, the subdivision at this hearing. The subdivision regulations allow for one hearing of this matter, provided that it is a minor subdivision, and in this case, it is a minor subdivision in that it is less than 5 lots, being 3 lots. There's no complications to it. There is a right-of-way through lot 2 into lot 3 that is set forth as a 50-foot right-of-way. The right-of-way could be a smaller width according to our regulations, but in most times when we have this much acreage in the back lot, we want to have the ability in the future to make the road. So we always recommend 50, and generally the surveyors will put a 50 width on the right of way. The other 2 lots, lot Fisher Hill, do not need any other access than the access that they do now have. they have access to a public road.
Yep.
The survey presented in this subdivision is a subdivision of the property of the Vern C. Fisher Trust. It was prepared by Joe. Bernardo. And Joe, I don't know, are the pins set or are you gonna wait till after? You wait till approval. That wait till after approval. Okay. So the pins are not set and that would be at the end, one of the conditions for the approval. And that's all I have.
Okay, any questions from the board? No questions of the administrative officer. Thank you, Bill. Okay, this time, thank you, Bernardo.
Bill did an awesome job explaining it. I guess I can just answer any questions if you have any.
So,
The only other thing I didn't say is, you'll notice on here that you see a really good subdivision of lots 1 and 2, and then it kind of fades off into the distance. But that's allowed in the subdivision regulations where you have the rest of the property, provided that there is a small map showing the rest of the property, which you have done up on the right hand side.
yep. Okay. Lot 2, is that where the milking parlor is currently, where the barn was?
There's a barn there. I'm not sure if it's.
Yeah.
Parlor.
No couches on lot 2.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Okay. Is there anyone else that will be providing testimony in the application of the Vern C. Fisher estate for subdivision? The board recognizes Chappie Matt.
Is there any restriction for the size of the subdivided lots? In other words, 10 acres, 5 acres.
There is not that I'm aware of.
No, we don't have any zoning regulations, so it doesn't make any difference.
Is there a particular concern? Okay, thank you. Anyone else have any questions or testimony? Be great. If not, then I will go ahead and we will close the hearing at 5:20. Ordinarily, we would enter straight into deliberative session for our findings of fact to find that this is in fact a application for meets a threshold for minor subdivision, and then the result would go on to approve or disapprove the application for subdivision. However, we will do that once we have a full quorum of this board. And the full quorum has had the opportunity to review the testimony, if that's reasonable for everyone. Okay, so first hearing is closed, and we'll move right into our second hearing. So organize. Next up on the agenda is a request by Charles Dollar for the classification as a minor subdivision and for subdivision approval to subdivide his parcel number 009048.2, which consists of 41.63 acres approximately, into two parcels, lot 1 consisting of 31.43 acres approximately, and lot 2 consisting of 10.2 acres approximately, located in the area of and across the road from 588 Cambridge Port Road, Grafton, Vermont. The portion of the parcel to be subdivided lies on the east side of Cambridge Port Road. So we will go ahead and swear in all interested parties as being a separate hearing. I would ask you again, if you intend to give testimony or otherwise participate, take the following oath. I hereby swear that the evidence I give in the cause under consideration shall be the truth, the whole truth, under pains and penalties of perjury.
I do.
I do. Thank you. Okay, once again, we'll let the administrative officer lead off with his testimony. Bill?
Yes, the application was filed in November, early November, and, then the notice was published in the Grafton News in the December edition, posted on the bulletin boards and online on our website, and mailed to all the abutters on November 11th of this year. The application is executed by Charles Dolphy, has authorized Joe to speak for him at this hearing and representing the consent of subdivision. Doesn't mean you can't talk that way, because you could do the same thing.
Yeah.
And the subdivision regulations allow one hearing if the matter is a minor subdivision, as this one is. It's a 2-lot subdivision. Lots 1 and 2 abut the Kingsport Road, so the right of way, which is the public right of way, so there is public access to the property without any special right of way to any of the property. The survey is entitled subdivision of the property of Charles Arthur Dolph. And it is prepared by Joe P. Bernardo. And again, the pins are probably not set, is that correct, Joe?
That's correct.
Okay. And that's on him.
Okay, thank you, Bill. At this time, do you have?
No.
Mr. Di Bernardo.
Again, Bill pretty much said it in a nutshell, 2 lots, 10-acre and a 31-acre lot. Up Cambridgeport Road.
Joe, do you have any questions for either the administrative officer or the applicant's representative? Okay. Charlie, did you have anything that you wanted to?
No, should be good.
Anyone else present? Wanting to offer testimony, ask questions? If not, I'll go ahead and close the hearing then. 5:25. Again, ordinarily, we would go straight into deliberative session. If we had a full quorum of this board, we'll have to wait to do that, and then we will make our findings of fact that this qualifies as a minor subdivision, and then the approval process. I don't see any obstacles, but we just have to procedurally make sure we have a quorum before we can make the decisions. As a board. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Not missing anything, Bill?
No. I just wish the people were here, but it's.
Yeah, that's okay, but we can make it work legally. We'll have to reconvene, Joe, you and I, and whoever, be it Eric or John, whoever we get, or Matt. But we'll make it happen, and we'll inform you as soon as that occurs. Thanks to technology, we can make this work. Okay, so our next order of business on the agenda is our third and final hearing. At 5:26, go ahead and open this hearing. Have before us a request by Craig Ruggless, joined by William H. Danforth, for the classification as a minor subdivision and for subdivision approval to subdivide a portion of parcel 002005, which consists of 209.7 acres approximately, into 2 parcels. Lot 1 consisting of 103.7 acres, and lot 2 consisting of 106 acres approximately. The portion of this parcel to be subdivided lies on the north side of Paul Ranch Road and is located in the area of 412 Paul Ranch Road, Grafton, Vermont, on the north side of Paul Ranch Road. At this time, I would again ask all the participants in this hearing who will be giving testimony or who may participate in any other forum to take the following oath. I hereby swear that the evidence I give in the cause under consideration shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth under the pains and penalties of perjury. I do. Thank you. And we will go straight to the administrative officer for his testimony.
Then again, this was filed with us in early November. The notice that was published in the Grafton News, December 2023 edition, posted on the bulletin boards and on the town website, and mailed to the abutters in November 11th, 2023. The application is executed by Craig with William Danforth executing an authorization authorizing Joe DiBernardo to represent him and to present the subdivision at this hearing. The property, the 200 acres approximately belongs to William Danforth, and Craig is Gary are going to buy the property from Bill Danforth, and it is the property lot 1, which is directly across the street from where they live. Okay, and should have read it. I wouldn't know everybody's name. The subdivision regulations allow for one hearing if it is a minor subdivision. Again, this is a minor subdivision, subdivision. And lot 1 and 2 do about Paul Branch Road right away, and thus they have highway access without any other right of ways. The survey presented for the subdivision is the subdivision of the property of William H. Danforth III, prepared for Craig Douglas and Gary Jacoma. And it is the opinion that, in my opinion, it's adequate for the hearing. The pins again are most likely set. Correct. And they need to be set before as a condition of the approval.
Correct. Is that all you have, Bill?
That's it.
Okay, thank you very much. Joe, do you have any questions of the administrative officer? Okay. Joe?
The only thing I'll add is we use the existing stone wall through the woods as the boundary. As it's a, it's a man-made monument, but it's kind of a natural monument now, so it makes for a good border.
Okay. Joe, any questions of Mr. DiBernardo?
Pretty straightforward.
Listen that way. Is there any other testimony?
And
Questions?
that's the stone wall that goes down through the middle.
Yeah,
It actually exists, that's the one.
yeah.
If there is no other testimony, no other questions, we'll go ahead and close this hearing at 5:31. And once again, we would normally enter straight into a deliberative session. However, we don't have the full quorum present. As soon as we can get one more member to review this recording, then Joe and I and the third member will convene, and we will make the decisions on findings of fact that they do in fact qualify as minor subdivisions. And I assume it's going to be pretty straightforward and not contentious as far as the official approval.
Good.
So the hearings are closed. As far as our meeting, I don't believe there's any other business. Is anything pending, Bill?
No, I have not. We were gonna have 2 more subdivisions probably in January. in February, we still may have dollar subdivision, but I'm not certain where that stands. And the other one was the cemetery, and Joe, that's probably not gonna happen, right?
The cemetery, it's still up in the air, and we're not gonna know that until the spring, because one of the owners of the land said he'd like to wait till spring. The other one says it's ready to go, but we can't do anything until we get him. So I would say that, you know, I don't know what spring means to him, whether it's April, May, or whatever, but that's where it is.
Okay, guys, let me know when you're ready.
Yeah.
I think it's all ready to go. There's some changes to it.
You
Which which landowner wants to wait till spring
know,
though?
I don't remember,
The one that just bought
I think it's the one that, no, I think it's the one that just bought for the house. I think it's the one that the house is for sale. I think that's the one, but I'm not sure. I don't want to think that I'm,
okay,
to be honest with you. You know, Bill, probably you don't know. You don't know which one it is either. There's Dowd and I forget the other one.
so it's a smaller piece.
Yeah. But, I don't, it might not happen.
Right.
Did you have any other coming up in this town, Joe?
What?
Just Charlie's brother, Matt, but that's on hold. They can kind of work that out amongst themselves, so.
See, Bill, there could be one for me. I gotta talk to him, because I'm putting my land into, land trust. And I want to carve out a 5 acre piece. So I have to carve that out before it goes into the land trust, otherwise. So I haven't made my final decision yet, so, but I'll contact you first, so that it's one on Milltown Road, the borders usage property.
Yeah.
Cut out a 5 acre piece.
Okay,
And that's okay, just let people know that if they get it to me by the middle of the month, so that we can get it in the Grafton News, or even in the early 20s of the month, we can get it, so we can get it in the Grafton News, so it can be
Right.
published, and then it's the notice period after the publication, and I never know when the publication is gonna be, so I always put it around the 20th or later in the month.
Yeah.
So it takes about a month to get it on.
But for me, it's no big deal, because, we're not gonna sign the, land trust until, the summer, so. Okay, I'll get it done before that.
Okay, and then, yeah, okay.
so how are we gonna go forward? Am I coming back in January?
We don't need to.
For this,
So
no,
you'll do this behind, once you get a quorum, you'll just.
correct, correct. So we'll, unfortunately, we have to continue this, but your portion is done.
Okay,
So thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Sorry about not having a decision.
Sorry, I know that you were anxious to get it done.
That's all right, it's not, you guys, well, you guys
Um,
are here.
It's gonna happen, and it's gonna happen very quickly, if we can get somebody.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not going anywhere, Joe,
No,
so.
and I'm not going anywhere either, but it might not be this week, but it might be, you know, it might be next week after Christmas.
Well, I think maybe if I can talk to Matt with
I knew you were-
YLC tonight, maybe we can do
Well, I'm
it,
not here tomorrow.
but next week.
Okay, yeah, next week I'm fine. But tomorrow.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
So we'll go ahead and join the meeting, 5:36.
Yeah, Chris, I'm in, North Hero, looking at a horse, so I'm not around. So if you want to do, I can. But I
Yeah,
can do
well,
it.
you and I will have to.
Yeah, but I can do it.
It's just any.
I mean, I